G'day folks, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We're back in camp, about to do a long rest, and we're going to head back out to the lower city to, continue exploring. Probably go to the Elf Song and just, complete all of the Elf Song before moving ahead further to explore the rest of the lower city. We are in this sort of Dragonborn form because we just had a fight with Dolar, managed to take him out, obviously, and prevent any further murders from happening. We did need to disguise ourselves just to have a chat with him. Well, it's not really a chat, is it? Speak to the dead, because we did kill him. Anyway, we are going into that long rest right now. I probably won't bother checking in with absolutely everyone before we even go into the rest state. So let's do it. Once again, guys, still sick. Probably getting worse, to be honest, so I do apologize if my voice sounds even more rubbish than before. But yeah, we will check in with everyone, and yeah, I'm sort of hoping maybe... Oh, okay, there's something going on with Shadowheart there. Alright, look, as much as I would like to get busy with Shadowheart a little bit more, the editing of that episode when we finally did it with her, that was tough. that took quite a lot more effort than usual.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, probably not a lot of stuff going on here, but we just wanted to double check, just in case. Karlach should be tucked away here. Still trying to work our way to get heaps of money and all that sort of stuff, obviously.
What's on your mind?
So after this long rest, we should have access to a little bit more cash at all of the traders to hopefully bank up a little bit more. I am still waiting for advice from some of you guys. Again, this is maybe another reason why I don't really want to progress things too quickly. I want to just make sure that we still have access to some traders, at least the few traders that we now have access to. I know, what's her name? Balin? The one whose husband we cured. She could have been a trader, I think, had we, done the right choices throughout the game.
Always good to talk,
but
my friend.
That is not accessible to us, so yeah, we're gonna have to live with it.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Oakfather preserve you.
Okay, nothing going on, so let's just check out what's going on with Shadowheart. I hope Lae'zel is doing okay.
Since we arrived in the city, I can't help but feel a little anxious. But I'm not sure I know why.
I feel like we've already had this conversation, but how can I help?
I don't think it's what happens if we fail that concerns me. We'll be beyond our worries at that point. I think what bothers me is what happens if we succeed. I've never been able to write my own future. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Are we redoing this interaction? I feel like I've gone through this, or... anyway, it doesn't have to be a daunting prospect. Just dream about what you'd like.
Well, I want to save my parents, of course. Take them away. Far from Shah's influence. Someplace peaceful. Away from the city, perhaps.
Go on.
I'd like room for animals. Lots of them. All shapes and sizes, so long as they appreciate a warm fire and more affection than they know what to do with.
Don't stop now. What else?
I want to grow flowers. I want to be surrounded by colors every day. I'm tired of darkness.
Anything else?
Yes. I want to share it all with you. If you're willing.
Absolutely.
Then it sounds like I have everything I need. More of life than I'd ever imagined possible without Shah.
And I think I feel like I said that seemed like a marriage proposal almost. But anyway, it is time for that long rest, so let's go ahead and do it. Now, I'm probably going to make some decisions that some people might not agree with in terms of the elixirs. And I may actually go without consuming an elixir of bloodlust for Karlach.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves.
Yeah,
Without
we definitely have seen all of this.
The flavors of my beloved, the garment we spoke. I have no.
And I'm pretty sure that I said, like, at this point, I was like, does everything just want to have sex with us?
We are true allies now, working towards a common goal.
I could do a different interaction and just see what else he says. I mean, I don't want to damage the relationship, though. You really don't sound like a mind flayer.
I have learned to adapt my methods to your needs.
Oh, hang on. I feel like I may have said that.
Close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust in me. I studied you.
Maybe it's the same response for the first two options.
I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own.
You make it sound like I was some sort of experiment.
Perhaps, at first, I did consider that you were just a problem to be solved. And not an easy one at that. But I persisted. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how much. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper.
Yeah, you're misreading things.
I'm sorry. Let's move on. The Elder Brain's hive mind. It was intelligent before. You should reconsider your imagine and believe me, think on it.
I don't know, I feel like a lot of these are repeating, so I'm hoping that I didn't skip content that I've not actually recorded before. But it just seems so familiar, all of it. So, and I am quite certain that we did have those interactions. Okay, so first things first, we should sort out who gets an elixir. Maybe what I will do is do Scroll of Sea Invisibility, although I only have the one scroll left. Should I? So this spell casts it for one's self, right? So I can't just use Gale, for instance, to cast it on me, for instance.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
Nice. Good boy.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily.
You know what? It could be that we had those interactions redone because I needed to redo some of the sections with Astarion. Possibly. Oh, we've got something going on here with Mizora. Let's have a chat.
The Blade of Avernus. How marvelous. Tell me, little bug. Who should
Yeah, we
Will's
definitely
first
have
target
seen
be?
this.
Well, don't... the thrill of the unknown.
Okay. Alright. I wonder if we should use a potion. Do we have a potion of sea invisibility? Dark vision could be good, although I only have 2 of those. I've only got one of them. Let me see if I can craft any more. I mean, I've only got the ingredients to do, like, one more. So, you know, a lot of the ingredients for many of these things are not exactly abundant. Even the one for vigilance. Alright, I'll do one of the see invisibility elixirs. We'll pop that on. I do feel like, you know, the fact that we need to have elixirs and whatnot, it does sort of make me feel like I don't want to take long rests, if you get what I mean, for the sake of making sure that we get the most out of the benefits of the elixirs. Okay, and vigilance. I mean, I could make another one, actually, for vigilance. I know we probably have, like, an elixir of vigilance sitting somewhere. But I'll have Will drink that one. I think that's the only two elixirs that I'm going to be using at this point. And I'm going to save our bloodlust elixirs. It could make some of the fights that we're about to get into a little bit harder to deal with. But I think we'll be okay. Amulet of the Devout. I feel like this could be good for God's Will. Gain an additional use of channel divinity. So would that be good for Shadowheart, maybe? Possibly. Alright. I think we're looking decent. When we go to traders next time, I will make a point of maybe buying up some ingredients for making elixirs. And hopefully we can make a few more. Anyone else needing to speak to us for any reason? It doesn't look like it, so I think we're good to go. Let's get out there. Okay, and we should prepare a little bit. This time around, I also want Jaheira to summon a Woodwode, or should I go with an Elemental? The problem with the Elemental is if I choose the wrong Elemental and get into a fight where the Elemental has a disadvantage, it could be problematic. I think maybe the Woodland Being and the Woodwode is a better option. Just to give us the buffs to be able to traverse difficult terrain, and also we should be able to get that Woodwode in. I mean, arguably they haven't been the most useful, but at least they provide enemies with a different target to work with, right? So let's do Longstrider.
No, never mind.
And I actually do want to get Scratch in here, so let's do that. Oh, I keep choosing Jump instead of Longstrider. Who else needs Longstrider? I don't think there's anyone else, but... Okay, so we are ready to rock and roll. Let's go back to the elf song. And...
Haste.
we'll check out the second story. After that, I think we should... try and go... down here... to speak to hag survivors.
That's just it. The Steel Watch don't need to talk. They're guards.
Haven't looked at this mailbox, actually. Let's have a look. Rat trouble? Got rat trouble? Not for long. Hire Stompin' Boars, the rat catcher, and your troubles are over. Small rats, big rats, giant rats, rabid rats, any kind of rats, Boars stomps them all. Reasonable rates, corpses, and rat pellets removed at no extra charge. References upon request.
Why, yes,
For Duke
Edvard.
Stelmane.
Can I call you Edvard?
For Duke Stelmane, my lady, events in the Gate Underworld are moving fast, and I'm sorry to say that the Shield organization is unraveling. That young lout Gortash has cut our legs out from under us. Nine Fingers is no help, and the Zents just think it's funny. As for me, my lady, I think I've climbed to the top of Gortash's hit list. I can't help or protect you any further. My advice is to write the nights off. Hunker down in your upper city mansion and hire whatever muscle you can to guard it. Farewell, it's been an honor. Sir Grousel. Municipal sanitation notice. I think we've seen this one about the sewer smells. Okay, and the Flaming Fist guards are gone now, so... I wonder if the chef is actually stuck there. Okay, he's not stuck anymore. Yeah, he seemed to have been stood there for a while. Stelmane's private room. Okay, right, so... I feel like maybe if we arrived here when there was still maybe a crime scene, maybe we could have learned a little bit more. Map of murder. The map of the city bears a single marker, the location of one murder site where the slain were arranged into a grotesque tableau. Do we still have Investigate the Murders? Yes, we do. We found a note in the killer Dollar's pockets. Yeah, okay. I mean, this just leads us to that door, right? Alternatively, we can impress the murder tribunal. Taking the serial killer's Dollar's sick trophies, the hands of his victims. We can use these to access the Dreadlord's tribunal underneath Candlehallow's tombstones and find out how to enter the Temple of Bol. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we do need to head that way, but I think maybe it's a little too early to go there. Plus, there's the matter of dealing with Gortash first before we deal with Orin, I feel. Notes on Stelmane's murder. Crime scene notes drafted by Devella Fountainhead. Deceased, Duke Bellin Stelmane. Location, private room upstairs, the Elf Song Tavern. Cause of death, Suspect, blood loss.
No need.
Observations, ritualistic killing, right hand missing, clean severance like before death. Likely before death. Mark of the absolute on the floor. Empty bottle, recently drained of contents, maybe poison. Motive, suspect, ballless ritual, but won't tell Valeria that. Suspects? Don't know. But we did find them. That Dolar. So that's already solved.
What's hiding here?
Let's check the cabinet, actually. There's a bloody signet ring.
Bloodied ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry.
Can we not take it, though? Maybe not.
Only because I had you. You'd have been fine without.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Oh, right. So maybe we can't go through
I wonder if any of these
unless we say that we want to stay here? Would there be any use for us doing that, though? We've just had that long rest.
How's your shift going? A rich arsehole sent his drink back 3 times. So I spat in his last one.
That's curious.
Oh, just what we need. Alright, let's have a chat with these two. We did have Lacrissa say something about going up to the rooftop.
Ah, you found my hiding spot. Not a word to Alan. He doesn't believe in things like breaks.
Or eating.
Lacrissa, I'd be more than happy to help you out at work. I could...
No, focus on your music. Besides, I'll be living a life of luxury when your school takes off.
You two are very cute together.
Right? I keep telling her that.
Lacrissa!
All right, the hero and I will stop teasing. For now.
Let's have a chat with Alfira.
I'll never get tired of this view.
Same here.
We made it, Lacrissa.
Damn right.
Okay, is that the elf song done? I fear that perhaps maybe we could be missing out on stuff if we don't rent a room.
Maybe I need more pockets.
The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebra Morrow, Volume 1. I think we've read that. Isn't there a backpack? There. Volume 4. I think we have read all of them. I mean, it's a bit difficult to tell which ones you have and haven't read, actually, with the different volumes.
A rich arsehole
Let's see what this does.
3 times. So I spat in his last one.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Yeah. Let's try and... Oh, sorry. Did not mean to do that. Let's actually go down, have a chat with the bartender, and let's see if it is possible to rent the room. I'm hoping that we're not forced into a long rest there, but I might do a save scum if it comes to it.
Welcome back. What can I do you for?
Let's just take a look at what he has. Are there any crafting ingredients or, sorry, potion making ingredients rather? Doesn't look like it. I'm looking for a place to stay.
I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over.
Do you reckon I can get a discount on the accommodation?
Charity! In Baldur's Gate! Good one.
You want 200 gold to sleep next to a murder scene? Really? Oh, Cosmic Omen. No, let's just do guidance.
Keep your voice down about the bloody murder upstairs. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Okay, I wonder if we just got it for free. Because that's even better. Right, well, let's get back up there then. Got a couple more inspiration there. I wish you could bank up more inspiration, but I suppose... Yeah, that was 3 out of that one interaction. Elf Song Hospitality General Tutorial. Foraging is a thing of the past in the Elf Song Tavern. To purchase camp supplies for resting, simply visit the Dumbwaiter Hatch. What? Oh, and then we've got all... Yeah, okay. But we don't have to rest, right? Do people talk to us about the setting? Well, people are gathered here. I suppose maybe it's because all of the bunks are sort of together.
Speak?
No, they don't seem to say anything different.
Did you want something?
Okay. So opulent chest here. Which, yes please, I will take all the stuff from there. Roasted beef joint. And a whole bunch of other little knickknacks, which I might sell. Got some nice music running in the background as well, which it slightly worries me as a YouTuber. I mean, if you guys have been here since the start, you all know about the problems that I had pretty early on in the playthrough. Ashes of Balsam. Sure. Okay, but we don't need to stay here though. So I am just going to simply leave through the front door. And assuming that we can actually come back here whenever we want. Or maybe it only lasts for one long rest. So as soon as you do a long rest in that room, you know, you can't go back to it unless you know, pay for it or maybe speak to the bartender once more. Okay, so I think we're done with the elf song. Let's go all the way down here to the hag survivors.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you asked, Netflix. No.
Not sure if we've spoken to this Sadar.
Why, yes. I'd love to do an interview. Oh, sorry. Thought you were one of the mouse journalists.
Yeah, I have noticed her sort of talking to herself about the Steel Watchers and all that sort of stuff. She seems to be doing like loops all around the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Oh yes, I do need to speak to one of the sellers of the Gazette, that is. I wonder if I can find them, or perhaps maybe speak to some of these guys. I wonder if anything's changed.
Between you and me, I don't even read them. Quality of reporting is arse these days.
Sorry, was I not clear enough last time? I don't sell the broadsheets. Goodbye.
Do they have one of the kids selling the broadsheets here? Maybe not. Maybe I have to go all the way back up here.
I know it won't. I just don't want to lose anyone else, alright?
So I think we do have one of them selling the broadsheets, right? There, that kid. And I'll have a chat with this Estra as well. See if she has an opinion about the cat article.
I'm afraid your piece hasn't gone to print yet, my sweet. Patience.
I don't think it is going to print.
Do you want a paper?
I'll take one. So let's have a look. Local Chultans. Baldurian tourists are weak and loud. We all make mistakes. Interview with disgraced Van Thamper. Predacious pilferings. Crease the brows of local law. Sea goddess. Foamingly angry, says damp priestess. Elfsong Tavern under rat invasion. I feel like we may have seen that. Let me just have a quick look here. So the Stop the Presses questline was complete, right? Moonrise Towers. Find a cure. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. It must be buried in there somewhere. Tomorrow's paper should no longer damage our reputation. The next edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. I mean, didn't we just buy one though? Because we just had our long rest, right? I don't know where we would get, like, the next edition though. Unless we need to progress the story a little bit. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's keep going down this way. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked with other stuff. So bad. There's just so much to see and do. I wonder if there's anything we can do with the defeated Steel Watcher here. Yeah, I don't think we can, like, carry it. It does say that we would need to bring it back to the Steel Watcher Forge or whatever it is. Geezer Loris.
Do you know how hard it was to get those cabbages into the city? Nigh on impossible. No use worrying over spilt cabbages.
Area under investigation. Ah. What do we have here? So we could try to break through. Now, I think this takes us to the guild hall.
Same certain, just
We're lost, aren't we?
Do people get upset with us if we
shy.
tried to break through here?
Phew.
I don't think so.
Let's move.
Why don't we just retrace?
Let's take a look around.
Something else.
Okay, another murder scene. Bloodstained parchment. Messy splatters of deep red brown adorn this scrap of parchment. Those wishing to face the Dreadlord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as murders by the cult of the Absolute. Bring the victim's hand as proof of the killing. Walk in blood, aspirant. Yeah. So my prediction was that if we kept sleeping, like, we may see all of these targets eventually be crossed off and killed. I don't think there's a way to save Duke Bellin, though. Or the father of that temple. An Archduke's leadership surveillance. An Archduke's leadership surveillance, a pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke voluntary campaign. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be surveillance to ensure that disloyal elements do not threaten Baldur's Gate and its people from within. No policy can be more important. He keeps saying that no policy can be more important. Pear tree hatch key. Pear tree hatch. What is the pear tree? Written in a furious slopping hand, this is a letter to the editor of the Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Yeah, I think we've seen this one. Restrictions for animals. Let's have a look at the bed.
Need to find a way forward.
Oh, seriously? No. I thought we were gonna investigate it and say something. That's disgusting.
Same certain, just optimistic.
Frank Peartree.
Aren't we?
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. I just want look.
Let's take a look. Bloodied note. This scrap of bloodied paper is scrawled in an erratic, excitable hand. You've been picking where you shouldn't, Pear Tree. Placing the lordling's fire spitters throughout my city. Disgusting. They leave no blood. There's no art to it all. Just burnt ash and corpse cinder. I walk through your basement here as I pen this. It's rather large, roomy. They'd never find all the bits of you if I spread them out here properly. Okay. But the body seems like it's in one piece, though.
I'm going to ask for directions. No, you mustn't. The city is full of criminals. We can't let them know we're vulnerable.
Okay, hang on. There we go. We've got a hatch. Yeah, almost missed that. Can I have a chat with Frank? Maybe.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
He probably doesn't know the answer to 8. Who are you?
Frank Peartree.
Oh, I mean, he didn't elaborate on that. How were you killed?
Limbs locked up, then hand cut off.
Okay, he is missing a hand. What were you doing when you died?
Making me soup. Ruined now.
What was your job?
Feeding barracks.
What did your killer look like?
Bastard dwarf. Red shirt.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
spell's power wanes.
I just wanted to
You can ask no more questions.
ask that question just in case this wasn't like a different murder, not connected. But I mean, look, all the evidence would connect it to Dolor. So again, I feel like had we acted sooner, perhaps maybe we could have saved him. We will check this hatch though. See what's down here. Oh. The door just here as well. Let me ungroup everyone. And
best be on my way.
We'll just...
That corpse is huge. And is that a burning heart?
Hmm. Yeah, just in case the area could be booby-trapped, but... The Watch and the Steel Watch. Famously, or perhaps notoriously, the mercenary force known as the Flaming Fist handles Baldur's Gate's law enforcement duties in the lower city and outer city, including Worm's Crossing. But what about the exclusive upper city, home to the wealthy and powerful? There, order is kept by a highly disciplined force simply called the Watch, though derided by the Fists as mere toy soldier bodyguards to the city's patriarchs. Split and polish phonies who won't get their hands dirty fighting real crime. The truth is quite different, as you'll find in short order if you break the law in the upper city. The Watch are well trained and authorized to use lethal force if patriarchs are threatened. Which brings us to the Steel Watch, those new clanking automatons that share their name with the Guardians of the Upper City, but to date have only been deployed in support of the Flaming Fist. Their creator, Lord Gortash, has stated that his Watchers are intended to help protect all of Baldur's Gate, but it seems the Marshal of the Watch Citadel is skeptical and waiting for proof before admitting them to a role in the Upper City. Alright, more books. A Guide to Avernus, One Hellish Holiday. A Guide to Avernus. This book provides an overview of Avernus, the first layer of the 9 hells for the discerning interplanar traveler. The sections on geography and inhabitants repeat much of the known lore about the Blood Wars battlefield and combatants. The section detailing the politics of the planes is strung with asterisks, qualifiers, and addendums charting the ever-shifting chain of command beneath Archduke Zariel, as her many commanders rise meteorically in and fall equally from her favor. An Archduke's leadership, surveillance, we've seen that. The Hells Unleashed. I think we have read this one as well. Soul Coins, yeah, we've read that. Not Not sure what this is actually. Infernal contracts and bargains. Yeah, we've read that as well.
What's in here?
Okay. Well, we better check the bodies, and we better speak to them as well. Do wines and stuff fetch, like, decent money, I wonder? So I've got plenty of wines and whatnot. Courageous little Kimabeth. Don't know about Kimabeth being little, but... Oh! This is Dribbles's arm. How did it end up here, though?
The clown's arm. Dribbles, no doubt.
The effigy of Yagashura, who burned his mortality. What use his heart? He thought himself a titan, but died whispering for his mother. Below is an exaggerated signature, written in blood. Orin the Red. Cassie Wainstown. Nothing on her. But we will speak to them. Actually, I'm not getting like green outlines. I guess maybe we can't speak to these guys?
The corpse does not respond.
Okay. Well, let's check out this heart though. I mean... Why is it burning, for one? Okay. It's just simply a heart. I thought it was like a special heart because it was burning. Don't quite need a heart. Oh, hang on. Almost missed this. An offer. Dear Mr. Peartree, you come highly recommended by a select few, not merely for your business acumen, but also your ambition. That is why I am writing to you a question of ambition. I have in my possession a tremendous quantity of infernal coin. Infernal iron. Its acquisition is immaterial. What matters is this. I shall need assistance distributing the weapons forged from this exquisite iron. I shall need someone ambitious, someone with less than scrupulous connections. Someone, Mr. Peartree, like yourself. That, Mr. Peartree, was the carrot. I often find it makes an excellent bedfellow to the stick. Consider your position. A less than scrupulous set of connections doesn't just make you valuable to me, it would also make you invaluable to any number of upstart city watchmen or flaming fist ready to make rank. It would really be a terrible tragedy for such bright potential to be extinguished in this way. I eagerly await your correspondence. Yours in faith, Enver Gortash. Bit of blackmail then. Let's try and get through this door. Let's see what's behind it. Got a strong box there. Let's look around first. There could be a code or a key. Probably got a few bits and pieces here which I don't need to be carrying around. All the other parts of Dribbles should be in our camp stash, right? So I need to check on whether or not we have all of him. And when we do have all of him, like, what do we do from there? I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, let me just throw, like, all this stuff to camp. Dyes, don't need that. Okay, looking good. Enhanced Weapons Sales Ledger. This ledger records acquisitions and sales in Gortash's infernal weapons trade. Infernal iron acquired from diabolic sources. use thereof in forging enhanced arms and armors, and sales and distribution through Gortash's network and to other wholesalers such as the Zentarum and the Knights of the Shield. The final entry is as follows. Note for Lord Gortash, the Knights organization appears to be collapsing and sales to them are in steep decline. However, this is more than made up for by shipments to our new contacts in Arn, and the Athkatla receipts next month should make everyone happy. Pear Tree. So he was working together with Gortash, and you know, slowly but surely we are uncovering all these different bits of story beats that would suggest that, you know, Gortash was some kind of underworld smuggler, and I guess his rise to power. And what it seems like is that Gortash's plan, or perhaps maybe, look, it's a bit of a tangled story that I can understand right now. The murders seem to be pointing to Orin, you know, being behind it, and that, you know, these could be random targets, but I don't really think that they're random. I think there's a reason why these people were all picked, and they might have some kind of a relationship with Gortash, or perhaps maybe there's some, you know, maybe there's some decoy victims in there as well. I guess I should be speaking to all of the potential victims. My gratitude. Dear Mr. Peartree, our business proceeds without fault and with lucrative profit. You will find this success reflected in the upcoming deposit to your personal account. Should you continue to be such a willing tool, I can see many more deposits of similar magnitude making their way into your coffers in future. I saw you spend the last payment with exceptional wisdom. Your new abode in the lower city is rather lovely. Men of both means and taste are exceedingly rare these days, and I would be so distraught were you to lose this beautiful home to a terrible accident of fate. Discretion is a key pillar of continued home ownership after all. You need not respond to this letter. I will write if you are needed further. Yours in faith, Enver Gortash. Yeah, my theory, and I'm just, you know, spitballing stuff here, but it feels like Gortash is trying to get rid of people who would tie him to his, let's say, troubled past of being, you know, a smuggler or a, you know, underworld figure. Nice crit there. Few soul coins. We'll take that. Actually, I should give that to Karlach, to be fair. I mean, it's not really too special. Superior plate. Disadvantage on stealth checks. I suppose if you're really focusing on trying to bump up your armor class, I mean, we're already at 21 though, so that's super good. Let's send those to camp. And is that it? I'm just thinking, is there a secret door or anything like that? It doesn't look like it, so I think it's time to move on. Let's get out of here.
Why don't we just retrace our steps? Left.
Here we
left.
go.
Right. Down the stairs and...
Crime scene not open to public by order of the Flaming Fist.
So this is the house that we need to go to speak to the hag survivors. Oh, what is going on here? Bell mechanism, a backpack up there. Should be very easily accessible.
No, you mustn't. The city is full of criminals. We can't let them know we're vulnerable. We're not lost. Just taking in the view before continuing on our way.
Okay then.
The lower city's a bloody warren. I'm surprised anyone can find their way around.
Yeah, it does seem like a bit of a maze, doesn't it?
Certain Figaro's is in this heart of town.
Let's leave everyone else, actually. Don't need everyone. Okay, so this was possibly some kind of a bell tower in the past. Maybe this was destroyed when the Nautiloids came through in the intro. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, I will take that.
Why don't we just retrace our steps?
Do you remember which way we came?
Left, left, right. Down the stairs, and up the steps.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought maybe we might have something to say about it. But... So do we go around that way? I think we should take a left here. Go down the smaller street.
We can't let them know they're vulnerable. We'll just stand here until you remember the way, shall we?
No one back home will ever believe this.
Yeah, we're in front of the guild hall, or entrance to it anyway. How do we get into this house? There we go. I write this to you with shame in my heart. My brother, the light of my life, fell prey to an evil hag. He sought fame and fortune, and she gave it to him. He now sits in my hometown square, a statue at the heart of a fountain. A plaque at his feet reads, "Toss a coin for luck." Water spills into the square sometimes, so overflowing is the fountain with coppers. I failed him. I was so wrapped in my own pain that I didn't notice his. And then I saw your poster advertising your meetings about other hag survivors. Could I join? I think it would do my heart good to meet others like me who have suffered. Kindest regards, Jalto, or Yalto.
I'm going to ask for directions.
No, you mustn't. The city is full of criminals.
Oh, we just discovered another waypoint. Ah, that's good. That's good. Blossoms for blessings.
Drop a coin, take a flower. May Chaunteer's blessings be upon you, child.
Weave moss. Some autumn cross as well. I mean... Sure. I don't know if that makes a difference, but... Alright, let's check out what's going on in here. Baron's Coop.
Property in constant use. Gathering strictly prohibited.
It is locked, apparently.
Right.
Not the most conducive for people who want to join gatherings, but we can always lockpick it though.
That's curious.
Eviction notice. I have had it. Snowstorms inside the house, blood weeping from the windows, and now Mr. Wimbley's cat is vomiting up frogs. The poor man had a bloody heart attack from the shock. I know you lot are trying to fight back against hags or whatever, and that's great, honestly, but I can't risk the neighborhood just cause you were stupid enough to piss off a hag. Keep your rent. I want you all out by tomorrow. Ooh. Well, let's take a look at what's happened here. Help the hag survivors. Kicked out by their landlords. Okay. So, would we be able to find them somewhere else in the city then? Okay, so we've only got half of his corpse. So we still need to find more of him. So we got the torso, hand, pelvis, arm. Yeah, alright. So a bit more to go on the dribbles front. Barely legible letter. Dear Mr. Adriel, Cled found a place. A nice old man called Mr. Garlow used to live here, but his neighbor said he doesn't live here anymore. Cled thinks it's perfect. We can hide from the hags, or fight, or whatever you think is a good idea. Cled knows you will have a good plan. Cled will wait at Old Garlow's for you. Old Garlow's. Okay. So that's updated it now again. Old Garlow's place. There it is. It's not so far off from where we are. And I do want to investigate the suspicious toys, so we should actually go there and do that. But I reckon that's going to be in the next episode, to be honest, considering how we're traveling in this one. Just trying not to miss anything. Obviously there's this chest. Hag research notes. A seemingly random collection of book titles, ingredients, and combinations. Fastidious Fungi by J.L. Corrins. Pure speculation despite the title. The Power of Words. Surviving the Fae by Annabel Lighthammer. Chapters 418 to 425. Hag encounters. Good details on hag gestation and reproduction cycles. The Anatomy of Hag by Knuckles Gallo. Chapter 18. Dragon Egg Mushroom plus Autumn Crocus. Non-reactive. Elmarin Wings plus Whisper Light Venom. Potential, but too unstable. Crawler Mucus plus Fibber's Trumpet plus Mellowweed. Useless. So I guess these guys are trying to bring the fight back to the hags or something? Maybe? How to kill a hag. I almost missed that. We've done it. It took sweat, blood and tears, but we've done it. We know how to kill a hag. Meet myself and Adriel at Old Garlow's. This is going to change everything. Mayrina. Mayrina, is that the one that we saved? Can't remember at this stage. Right, we can make our way down this way to the... Is this a river? Or is that already the ocean?
Can't give up now.
I think we'll go in that direction, because that's where the suspicious toys are, and we've also got the next house to visit to see if we can catch up to the hag survivor group. But I think this is where we're going to call the episode for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, as usual. Drop a like down below if you enjoyed it, a dislike if you didn't, some comments. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.